The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Global Market Pulse with your host, John Logan. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, John Logan.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. And if we have any stickiness on my charts or my voice, let me know, because we may have to reboot at the break. I had a little bit of a technical issue this morning. And I'm sure, Al, you'll let me know that too. We're going to try to still have Mustafa on. I'm communicating with him now. This is awesome. I think Al may be able to get him after the first break. So we can get a little perspective on somebody in the trenches over in Saudi Arabia that is involved with the oil market, of course. Everybody else seems to be there. And I got to tell you something. I don't know if you want to hear this. It's a true testament to the power of the TFNN network. God, I shouldn't say this. I woke up this morning, I had a dream. Larry and I were sitting back on a couch looking at grain charts. It was, how in the world did that happen? Again, don't know if you want to hear that. Power of the TF network. If Larry, you're listening, you may be shocked, angry, sad, need Pepto-Bismol, but it happened. I'm just disclosing that. All right, let's take a look at the S&Ps here. As we look at this, yeah, exactly. We were watching Tiger TV in the Grand together in Hong Kong. Actually, I forgot to throw that in there. Okay. So taking a look at the S&Ps, we talked a little bit about this 2096 area, 2097 really is what it is on the weekly unfair highs. Talked about it being, not the highest probability trade in the world because we didn't have any, breadth calculations in concert with a possible rollover. Pretty much still the case. But what I want to do is just kind of look at this situation when it comes to, where are these particular breadth calculations? Do they deserve to kind of roll over and start getting a little more balanced? We've had our short term start to roll over, but that's not that big of a deal when it comes to kind of a sea change event. So we're going to go back to the chart and we're going to look at this. And in my opinion, what do we got out of Friday? We're going to have a Friday close. That's no bones about that. A new profile on the daily, and that new profile high is 2097, same as the weekly unfair high. So in my opinion, if we can get any rallies up into that area, in my opinion today, we've kind of closed below on the daily. We could go back up and rally back up into it today. That would be a selling point in my opinion. But you got to put the stops there, and you cannot hang on to this thing, throw it into long-term investment short portfolio basket if we get a close above this 2097 and a half today. You got support around 2059, 2060. That would be something to trade off of on the long side. You've got to keep your eye on the breadth calculations. If we get a daily crossover and this market falls apart below 2060, that's going to be kind of interesting, and that would be kind of a little bit of a change in tone here from the inner breadth, and this is the first time that's crossed over. Let me just kind of take this here. We were in negative territory around the 11th, 12th, week and a half ago, actually almost 2 weeks ago. So this will be a little change around that inflection point. I'd pay attention to it. Sorry, guys. Okay. Just checking with the technical guys there for a second. Let's take a look at the Shanghai. Not a lot. Oh, great. That means, whew, I'm excited. We're going to have them. Not a lot of change in the Shanghai, but we have obviously gotten below 3,000, and we're kind of consolidating below there. This is our daily, and it looks like to me we may be consolidating to move lower. Again, the U.S. stock market is kind of disconnected from that. We talk about it all the time. Here's the situation on the 10-year. And the 10-year and the utilities, when they broke, and hopefully everybody got stopped out of some of the things I was saying, below 130.07, 10-year dragging the XLU down. There's not a lot of reasons to pick any battles yet. On the long side, this will be where you'd be stepping in and looking at picking some battles on the long side, 129, those weekly unfair lows. All these numbers are in the scanner. So now let's take a look at the XLU. They just dismantled this thing. And this is what stops are for, folks. And this is why buying strong stocks in a sector you're trying to go long may be appropriate. You gain a little bit more edge by drilling down into the sector in the scanner and trying to find things that are stronger looking in this chart. So when we get stopped out below 48.47, next leg down of any opportunity is going to be around 46.04 in this. Now, that may coincide with that 10-year getting down into the 129, so you just got to keep your eye on that. We're going to take a look at the financials really quick. A lot of earnings stocks that have come out recently. If you guys want me to talk about any of those, feel free to send them through the den. We'll take a look at them. The XLF, again, I'm a little amazed that this thing acted as well as it did. 2310 support on it now. I'm not a big fan of trading the XLF. I have more of a bearish opinion on it in general than I do bullish. I still think the 10-year trade is not exactly over. So we're going to take a look at crude oil really quick. We got to hit that one. The June contract. Friday close will be pretty significant on this. There's that 42.06 on the June contract, and if today's Friday, if we get a Friday close above there, I mean the short situation is going to have to be shelved for a while, and then we're going to look at 42.06, 42, that general area as pullback long opportunities. I think crude's fought some fundamental news very well, and it's continued to rise. So we're going to look at 40 base on that particular product next week if we get a close today above 42.06. All right. If you guys want to talk about the grains, I dreamed about them. We're going to hit them really quick. We're going to talk to Mustafa when we come. Thanks, guys.
John Logan has just announced that he is hosting a workshop Wednesday, April 20th for all TAS Profile Scanner Plus subscribers, opportunities in the current market, and strategies to profit. In this hour-long workshop, John Logan will use the TAS Profile Scanner Plus to give you a current breakdown of the sectors in the market and the opportunities that are present, as well as providing subscribers with the best strategies to trade with to profit when using this powerful piece of market scanning software. Right now, you can sign up for the TAS Profile Scanner Plus at the front page of TFNN.com. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is such an amazing piece of software that we're even offering a no-questions-asked money-back guarantee for all new paying subscribers. Don't delay, as John Logan's subscriber event is coming up soon. Sign up now for the TAS Profile Scanner Plus and be up and running within minutes using this powerful piece of market scanning software. With a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Sign up today.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. John takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the show. I was looking on Bloomberg a while ago, trying to find something. It's got 138,000 different functions that you can type in. It's quite an amazing piece, I must say. And they've tried to constantly change it over the years to make it better. But it's not a lot of different. I mean, you used to get this Bloomberg terminal back in the late 90s, and they'd only send it to you. They'd send you a CPU and two separate screens from Bloomberg, and a lot of times you had to get a dedicated pipe into them. It wasn't internet enabled, and it's virtually kind of the same look as it was in the late 90s. So it's interesting how they have kept the same. It's almost like a Fox Pro kind of look to it if you're familiar with programming. Not DOS. Okay. All right. So we're going to take a look at November beans again. The bean information in the scanner right now. Okay. So we don't have any. I mean, we really had a little bit of a pullback here off the 10 area. You had a spike yesterday. It was incredible. These are the types of, but forgetting profiles for a second, when you have these types of moves, these exhaustion moves, and then see that bar right there, the close up there, that's just food for thought. Closing on the high is not a bad thing. When we have this kind of reversal like this, and I'm sure Basil could tell you candle wise what that means. I'm not a candle person. I probably need read a few books on candlestick theory, but that's not exactly the best case scenario when you have a big move like that. That means you finally found some sellers. So from an action standpoint, we don't have any profiles appearing here on the daily, so we don't have really a ton of reasons to get out of this trade on the intermediate trade. And I know you're going, well, wow, we pulled back from yesterday's highs, 120 or 1025 into 985, I guess. That's a pretty good pullback, I must admit. But you've got a volatile situation here. You've had a couple of magenta bars that have appeared down here on the navigator. You guys don't see this in the scanner, but they have before. We still didn't have any profile appear, and that's kind of the similar type situation. So I don't necessarily think this long trade's over. You do have the 240s though being breached, and if you're looking to get into this thing, I think you have a chance above 989 and a quarter. So right now we're just kind of breaking down, really having some hints of having the 240 regulator to the trade. If you'll notice back here, here's the 920s. This is where we kind of initially started breaking out. And it's the 240s I'm a big fan of. They expand and contract, kind of act as a volatility. The volatility is incorporated into the profile, therefore the stop. So that's the situation there. We've had a ton of earnings announcements. Steve Rhodes. My apologies. I know Steve Rhodes is a candle expert also. I just I saw you in the den, so I threw it out there. I love watching your show, by the way. I mean, really love it. It's a great daily dissertation on how to read the markets. Okay, so what I want to do now is just go through a couple of stocks that have had earnings in case you guys have them in your portfolio. All right, Apple. Okay, so we're getting down into a pretty serious area, and that serious area being these 104 lows on the weekly. Now, up in here, I mean, after we crossed above and kind of used this area as support to move higher, this was where it was not okay to be short anymore. We talked about trying to sell off of this 104, caught a couple of points, and then we just, had a clear signal. Not okay to be short. I don't know about okay to be long, but the market kind of dragged everything up without question. And Apple on a daily now, for that long trade in the balanced area, there hadn't been a lot of leverage there. When we get back down below 108.55, that's kind of the writing on the wall, and then we just kind of hover around below it, and we're headed lower. So, what do you do now? In my opinion, I think the broad start market could pull back or off these 2097 areas where that daily for high and the weekly for high are kind of sitting there as a pretty decent lid, I think, to orient defense around. And if the market pulls back a little bit, I think Apple could ultimately get back down to 104. Then you've got a little bit of an opportunity on the trading side, and we're only about a point away from that. So remember, on these weeklies, if you're trying to, this is what I would be considering a trading bounce opportunity. It's not a throw it in your grandkids' college fund. It's not one of those deals. It's just a trading opportunity. So again, that's the take on Apple. A couple other things going on. We're going to take a look at General Motors. Don't talk about the car sector a lot. When we do, it seems to be Tesla. But this is a stock. Let's see, what were the earnings? Doubling its profits in Q1. Okay. Well, regardless, we've got 32.64 this morning. So, all right. So here's the weekly. 32.64. It looks like we're printing this morning. And let me just kind of go to their 60-minute. Okay. All right. They liked it. They sold it off. Okay. So here's the daily. And what do you do with this now? If you rolled the dice before the earnings, that's great. You've had a little bit of a pullback here. But on the weekly, I think this is pretty powerful. I mean, when we clean and clear some of these profile highs, 31.50, there's not a lot of. It's still not time to, okay, wow, it's back out, let's short. I don't subscribe to that concept, and we don't have any daily profiles attempting to appear here yet. So what do? In my opinion, you're kind of looking at the sector, and you're also looking at the broad market. I'm not a big fan of the broad market completely doing a sky up here. Got to keep your what the internals are going to do. Look at the futures, look at the sector. And I think you got to wait on this one. I think you got to wait for profile to appear at least on the daily. And it would be super cool if we could get those profiles lining up with these weekly unfair highs. So, I mean, again, I think all things considered, you just wait for a pullback on this, on GM. We'll be right back, guys.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
If you're looking to discover a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, don't miss out on the Market Safe Commodity Solution CD from Everbank. This is the second running of their popular 5-year US dollar-denominated CD, which gives you exposure to 8 equally weighted commodities, including WTI crude oil, gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybeans, corn, and sugar. With annual pricing caps of 70% per component, you could earn up to 70% upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There's no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this indexed CD. Don't miss out. Take advantage of this financial resource designed to grow with the times. The May 19th funding deadline is quickly approaching. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show, and we're still trying to get the connectivity right to get Mustafa on here, and we're still working on that. So that may happen. I'll be happy if it does. All right, so here we go. Carrying on. Let's go back into some of the stocks that had earnings. We want to hit Microsoft. It seems like that is the Man, you remember when this thing used to bounce around like crazy, and it's just slowly turned into a thick, heavy stock over the decades. Here we go. All right. So again, the deal on Microsoft is not the best news. Not too bad, though. Okay. Wait. Got it. Okay. Yeah, we're still working on Mustafa. Okay. The best news in the world had a little bit of a sell-off, trading 52.88 this morning. Got a print this morning already. So 52.88. So where does that lie within the grand scheme of things? All right, so market's not going to like this one, and 51.40 is bottom of the profile. I'm not a big fan of just stepping in totally and buying stocks right now. I think the market could pull back again, like off of these 2096, 2011. So Microsoft's down in here right now. I think you just got to wait and see. We're right in the middle of a profile, long term in a balanced area that has been. And let's just look back at it. The market, obviously, the broad market has dragged this thing up, but right now we're back in the balanced area, and I think the S&Ps could churn around here for a little bit. Again, if we get a weekly close above that 2096 on the futures, I don't think you have a lot of leverage here. I mean, we're below profiles on the daily. We're within the balanced area. This is a great example too. Why not to roll the dice before these earnings? I just don't think you have any leverage here, so I think you got to kind of wipe this off your board for a little bit. And again, another great example of not being in a stock before earnings, unless Kramer tells you to do that, of course. By all means, listen to Kramer. He manages billions of dollars, and I'm just kidding. He's probably a nice guy. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at Under Armour. This was seemingly all over the news. Every time I turned on the news, this thing was on here as far as the financial networks, which I shouldn't watch. So as we look at this, looks like we have a print this morning, 47.14. So this is where we're at on the e-signal charts. It's not reflecting that. The cool thing is you can go into the scanner, by the way. Let me see if we got, should have. Yep. All right, if you go into the scanner and hit that, you're going to be seeing real-time price derivatives pre-market. So as we look at this, that's where we're at. And the dailies aren't reflecting that yet in here, but we've got real-time price derivatives because we get the e-signal daily prints from them. So you're seeing, again, the level of the market of where it's actually at right now. I love those landscape charts. I might be the only one, but I love them. Here we go. All right, so let's just run this through the e-signal charts. Here's approximately where we're at now. So what do you do with this thing? Here we go. Weekly. This is the print situation. So again, on stocks like this with that kind of, I don't know what that will be called in candle terminology. We'll have to ask Steve Rhodes. We want to see a new profile so you can play defense against. You have absolutely nothing that you can go long or go short and actually be able to kind of put the stops around. I think we've got Mustafa. Can we take it? Can we try? Mustafa, are you there?
Yes. Hi, John. Good morning.
Great. Good to hear your voice, my friend.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. This is Mustafa Al Tawfiq from Saudi Arabia. Thanks for John and for Tas. I really appreciate the effort that they are working with me. We are now establishing a new scanner for the Saudi markets, and hopefully it might be we will release this version very soon. And I would like to thank everybody, and I think it will be the best program that I have seen since the 20 years I have traded in my market.
Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I'm looking forward to doing a lot with you and coming over there and visiting at some point. You're in Riyadh, right?
No, I'm in Dammam, Eastern Province.
Okay. Well, the reason I wanted to have you on the show, and thanks so much for taking the time, is a lot of folks out there in the United States they hear all this news now out of Saudi Arabia, and some of the deals that are being made, and as far as some of the oil deals, and President Obama's been over there. From a citizen standpoint, what is the general feeling, being a Saudi citizen, of what's going on with oil prices? How much does that affect your daily living?
Well, I don't think so that it's affecting so much. You know that the prices is not affecting, because the government always they are supporting the citizens, and you know that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that Saudi Arabia is a stable country, and we are joining with the states, so we are not worried regarding anything about this.
Right. So the day-to-day life there is not really being affected by all the oil prices, and the Saudi Arabian stock exchange has had a significant pullback, right?
Yep.
I
think if you can see that the prices of the oil is going back, I think it's reached the 45, I think, if I'm not missing that.
Right.
So everything is okay. Thanks, guys.
Got it. Right. Okay, so just as long as oil stabilizes, everybody feels a lot better. Is that fair to say?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the Saudi exchange right now. It looks like you guys have gotten above this 62.18 area on the long-term profiles, and it looks good. That's actually positive, technically speaking. So I know we talk about this all the time. It looks like there's been a little bit of a change in tone from the Saudi market going down, and where it's at relative to profiles now. The top of the box,
Yeah.
Yep. So, at like when you use the scanner to trade Saudi stocks, I know we're trying to put the signals in there for you, and we're making another adjustment today. How many different stocks? How many different stocks in the Saudi exchange do you try to trade at one time?
Well, you can't trade all of them, but as you know that we have 174 stocks. Usually we are trading the sectors, and the one is the strongest one.
Well, stop. We got to go break right now. Can you stay on?
Can I what?
We're going to break right now. Can you stay online?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. And I think we still got Mustafa on with us from Saudi Arabia. And I know you've got to leave in a couple of minutes. So I just wanted to say thank you for coming on. It's always great to talk to you. And I know we'll be talking later today about a couple of, so thank you, my friend.
Thank you, John, and thanks for everybody. I really appreciate your effort with me and hope to introduce the new scanner for the others to see what we are doing. Appreciated.
Thank you, Mustafa, and have a good day there. I know it's your day off.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Let me, sorry, Mustafa is gone. And I'm going to show you guys something he's referring to. Let me get this started. So here's something we were, just a special version. I'm going to show it on the den here. Try to get it started. He really likes this. And it was kind of a custom thing we did for him. I might need to shut down. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is a beta build of this. I just want to show it to you. So when we go to the indices, I'm going to go to the Saudi because this is the only one we're doing this on right now, and we're still kind of working on it. There's the Saudi exchange, so we're going to click on it, and you'll notice over here signal, previous signal, weekly P&L, monthly P&L, percent profitable. There's a lot of things going on here. He wanted a basket trading system and wanted to enable on one of our automated algorithms the ability to see these signals or not see them. So we've actually enabled that, and it's kind of running through that now with him. Going to make some more additions. This is kind of the beta part of it, but been long and strong. Got above those weekly unfair highs, and this has been a pretty easy. Hadn't been a lot of hedging with shorts here. But, you know, algorithm is the algorithm. Not negotiable. So that's one of the things he was talking about. All right. Okay, so going back to our U.S. situation, I want to hit a couple more stocks. Under Armour, we were talking about that. There's really nothing to hang on to here. I think you got to pass on it right now and wait for a new at least daily profile to appear. And again, these are earning stocks. We're just going to keep going down the list. Man, look at this stock. Oh no, what happened? Okay, we're back. Here we go. Let me repost my chart. Okay. All right, so Visa, and we're printing this morning 78.04, so down about $2, down below these profiles. Not the best news. It's kind of wild how the market's even holding up like it is. But I think we're going to have a little arbitrage action today, and I think the market's going to continue to sell off a little bit. So as we look at this, and it's printing again around 78 pre-market. Now we're trading back within the balanced area on the weekly, and we're below profiles on the daily. So that unfair high on the weekly, 79.32, 79.28 unfair low on the daily. Now that we're gapping down, in my opinion, you're supposed to be selling resistance into that 79.28, 79.32 on this earnings related type stock. Now, throwing the earnings out the window, you can come in here and do the custom sorts, find what you need to find, setups that are looking attractive. Sometimes those are much better plays than trying to, I think a certain small part of your portfolio should be devoted to trading. But again, this is a trading situation, not a long-term short or a long-term long. Let's take a look at AMD. This was up 20, got an email about this. Advanced Micro Devices, very cheap little stock. And again, you can get some doubles, triples, and quadruples off things like this. Trading 335 this morning. And what is that? That's up 25% maybe from yesterday's close. So we're above daily profiles. We're above weekly profiles. And this is your pullback point now, around $3. So again, this is the area on a short-term $3 down into 287 that might be a collection area for this. Let's take a look at Schlumberger. This had earnings also. All right, so this morning looks like we're printing 80.27. So again, big XLE stock. Is that right? 80.27? Yeah. Has been acting sympathetic with oil, making new highs last week, and obviously doing quite well this week. I think that's, 80.27 is a real print, 422. So again, daytime support on this stock at 76.16. I know that's 4 points away, but you may have a new indication of a new profile. You got to keep your eye on this in the scanner. So when you go into the scanner and you look for let's just type it in like this. Schlumberger. When you look at it in the scanner, you want to notice if we're going to have some kind of yellow peelback happening on the daily. That's going to indicate that we may have a new profile to appear, and you may have another inflection point to look at from a buy standpoint on this. You've got to keep your eye on oil. You got to keep your eye on crude oil staying on above on the June contract above that 42.06. Okay, and then you're going to have to keep an eye on this to look for some new information. I would actually throw this into your let's look back and monitor stocks portfolio in the scanner. We're going to take a look at the XLE in general really quick. Yes, I will take a look at gold. Didn't see that. Sorry, I just saw it, rookie. I'm not calling you rookie. I'm just looking at your name. So the XLE kind of stuck into Schlumberger, excuse me, 66.19. Here's the XLE. There's that 63.09. You've got really good support here now on the XLE. So pullbacks into that area are going to be pretty important to pay attention to. But again, you got to keep your eye on crude staying above 42.06. Now, when I drill into the XLE, let's just take a look at some of the stocks. Actually, let's take a look at the XLU first, because this is one that's just been the seller now. With the 10-year caving in, thirst for yield may be over for a little while. This thing was a little bit overextended, but again, that's what stops are for. We'll be right back, guys.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com. Catch Larry Pesavento, a 40-year veteran trader. He uses pattern recognition, Gartleys, butterflies, ABCs, and Fibonacci in order to trade these markets. Trade what you see. Next on TFNN.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. We were talking about the XLU and the breakdown with the 10-year thirst for yield kind of over for a while. We're going to take a look at the XLU really quick on the charts. And we talked about this kind of next possible step down, waiting patiently now until we got into 4604. You got to take stops on those breakdowns. We talked about 48, 44 kind of being the line in the sand, and that coincided with that 48, 47. So it was a really, let me pull this up in the scanner. Here we go. Here's the, man, this is cool. So here's the situation on, and there was that 48.44 and 48.47 that we were using as kind of a defense area on that trade. Thank God. We always talk about defense. PEG, we talked about this one, kind of trying to buy the strong stocks. This one obviously broke down below the profiles finally also. Another one here that we kept our eye on, GAS. These were kind of strong stocks in that particular play. GAS is now pulled back in the vicinity of those unfair on the daily, but the weekly, it's just really not a lot of damage here. So again, I'm looking at this area just like the XLU, that 4604 area, or 64.97 top of the box. Maybe a chance to kind of play some offense on that on the side. Tico Energy, we were looking at this one too. Not a lot has escaped this move. I want you guys to look at this. This is, again, things aren't too high. It's another example of that. And what we've done is form a new profile. Now you've got a new area of support on this, 27, 63, 64. Not a bad play. So those are a couple of stocks that we talked about. CMS, we took a look at that one. And again, got to be able to play stops on these things. So here's the breakdown on this one. Now let's take a look at gold really quick, because I want to catch this before the end of the show, and apologize for that, rookie. Okay, and Tucker, I will answer that. I just started looking at the daily again. Okay, so looks like on the June contract, we're trading 1248 pre-market. So again, the long-term trade, the weekly, not, if you're a long-term gold guy, maybe you're trading this a little lightly and you're not really kind of paying attention to all the noise. There's no real signals to tell you that, hey, I need to get out of this thing. I'm going to still let it breathe if I'm in that kind of neighborhood. But 1242.9, 1243, still support on this thing. We got to take a look at the dollar when we're talking about metals, commodities, things like that. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar. Again, Friday close with this in force here is going to mean something. So we're going to go into the scanner. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to go into the futures section really quick. And we're going to look at gold. And we've got a profile that's going to be appearing here on our weekly. It's not in the scanner this morning yet, but it's getting ready to flash. Trust me, because they work off the same mechanism. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong product. The dollar. I'm sorry. I was looking at gold again. We're going to look at gold in 2 seconds here. Here's the dollar. There's that yellow peel back that I was just showing you in the chart. I'm confusing myself this morning. And that means that we're going to have a new base area possibly in the dollar, new inflection points to pay attention to. We're at the top of a profile in our daily. We could get a little stronger. And if we have a daily close above this balanced area, gold can sink back a little bit. So just keep your stops in around 12.9, guys. Thanks very much. Stay tuned for Larry. See you Monday.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.